Guys, now I don't know if you guys know this, but cigars and whiskey go well together. Now, I had no clue because I always hated the smell of cigars. Who wants a funky fucking cigar? But in this case, Richard, how do you open it?
Is that a Padron?
Yeah, it's a Padron. Yeah, and these are my dad hit me to these.
Good damn cigar.
Oh yeah,
I'm
man.
twist it all
Box
kinds
wrap?
Yeah, box press, and these are the 64 anniversary, and this is a Soberano, which is kind of like my favorite shape of them, man. It's not
love the box press,
massive.
don't you?
It's like probably a 35-minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So not a fucking 2-hour smoke, right?
And I like the Maduros, but this one's a natural. This one, I think I get a little bit more like of a milk chocolate kind of note on it.
Creamy?
But, yeah. And then we wanted to talk about kind of like a lot of whiskey drinkers like cigars, and there's a lot of different ways that people kind of like to go with them. And so I brought a few. This is not all encompassing. There's other stuff that people like to do too. The first one is kind of like this is a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. It's there's a lady named Nancy Fraley, and she does a lot of stuff with a lot of different
Nancy
companies.
the Nose.
Nancy the Nose. She is a boss in the industry, and she creates a whiskey that she thinks is
It literally says cigar blend bourbon.
She's aiming for like a good pairing with a cigar, and I think she uses like there's an Armagnac or cognac or a bunch of different.
It's a triple finish.
Okay.
So I think it's a sherry barrel, Armagnac, and a cognac.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's killer. And Joseph Magnus is an old distillery that's been revitalized.
Yep.
And Nancy does a lot of work with them, and she also does Still Austin.
Yeah.
Well, she works with a lot of people, but she is a world-renowned blender.
Yeah, she
So
kills it.
this is...
That's a crazy good pour.
It's a barrel strength. Yeah, it's a barrel strength pour that is aimed at being a profile that pairs well with the cigar.
No, that is good, and it's retail what, $179.
They used to be. I think they've gone up.
See,
Yeah.
the last time I bought it, I think batch 2.
Yeah.
It was $179.
Got a
That
batch
was,
too. Man. So the
There's only 2 in Texas, and I got one of them.
Some of the earlier ones were considered just absolutely legendary. I think people were saying like the ones that were like 100 or below, pre 100. This is a little bit older. I think this one's like 169 or something like that. Shit. But some of the ones that were
crazy,
they're all good. But yeah, the earlier ones were.
Yeah, I got
amazing.
batch 2. I mean, we drank that sucker too. That's when I was working out in West Texas. So this was probably 2017, 2016. Yeah. I don't remember one year, but around there.
So this would be for someone that's looking for a pour that is blended with a profile that is to match the profile of the cigar that they're chasing.
Yep.
So do they sell cigars that go with this whiskey?
No, it's more like just
Preference.
they made it to go with any cigar.
But yeah, but it goes with a smoke basically. This is paired with any smoke that you like. It's just got those flavors that marry well while you're smoking a stick, so to speak. They got a lot of different distilleries do cigar blends. Starlight does one. Who else does?
Buzzard's Roost Company, they do one.
So so it's a thing.
Well, keep walking them through this. I think I'm actually going. We don't have any cigars here, do we? He's got this one. Like, well, we got
Like that. You might as well. I mean, did you bring it for him?
Hey, anybody can have it. Yeah, no
I
problem.
gotta double check though.
Go check real quick.
Yeah,
Pause.
I got you.
Because otherwise, I went to go grab some cigars to make sure everybody had a little cigar no-no in their life. Richard, you gonna smoke yours or no?
I brought that for you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to that one. He
I
said.
thought you were saying you wanted to try one.
Oh, I definitely want to try one. I don't like to be disrespectful, as you see. Left, go grab some cigars. If you want to smoke one of these, feel free to. There you go. Oh, right here. One or the other.
Cool.
I brought a couple so everybody can have one. That way.
This is a good one. Whatever it is, I don't know. It tastes good. It smells good.
And so, we're
That looks
talking
good,
about
too.
whiskey and cigar pairing. Because whiskey, cigars actually kind of coat your mouth too, where it makes it almost easier or can enhance the spice in the whiskey.
Oh yeah, it's like the whiskey tastes different for me when I pair it with a cigar. Like a lot of the things that I would get on the whiskey by itself are not always exactly there or in the same way when I combine it with a cigar. And it also can taste different depending upon where I am in the smoking process of a cigar, where it's
So like the first third, second third, or the final.
All of that. But I guess we talked about the Magnus cigar blend as one of the, when it comes to whiskey and cigar pairings, kind of one of the things that people like to do is pair it with a whiskey that is made to go well with the cigar, just with the flavor profile. One of the other things that people like to do is they like to pair it with rum.
Oh yeah.
And so I brought this is one of my very favorite brands for rum. It's kind of made in the spirit of whiskey. They don't add sugar to it. They age it, and a lot of times it's aged in ex-bourbon barrels, which are generally my favorite versions of it. As you can tell, this one was picked by a bourbon club. as a single barrel. So a lot of people that like bourbon lend themselves to liking rum like this. It's a little bit sweeter, and so if you're getting, your mouth's a little bit more dried out, the sweetness on rum might help, keep you salivating a little bit more.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So it finishes on it finishes.
100 proof.
Oh yeah. No, it finishes a lot like a bourbon. To me, it's more like rum in the front and bourbon in the back.
Yeah.
I love Foursquare. I'm all about it. Been drinking it for several years. And what you said, they use ex-bourbon barrels, correct?
Yeah. They use other stuff too, but my favorite ones that they do are usually the ex-bourbon. I think it goes well with the cigar. It's just a little bit sweeter, and then it's it's a little bit less spicy in my it's a lot of vanillas and caramels, which is usually go great with the cigar.
And don't they pot still?
I don't know about that.
I think they use pot
Jimmy,
still.
let's get your reaction.
Yeah, look at I think that's
Let's get your reaction to that, Jimmy. I'm not
Here.
I told these guys I'm not a rum guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Did you down it? you gotta like.
Yeah, he did.
Slow, homie.
Yeah, no.
It's like whiskey. You don't die. It ain't Captain
It was
Morgan.
like his first shot at the whiskey blender is what just happened. His first and last, because that was like the first and last time I saw him do a shot at the whiskey blender.
I like a lot of whiskeys that are finished in rum barrels as well. There's a lot of different ones that I've tried that I like that are rum finished.
So this rum is unique. Why do you guys collect rum? Because rum's made with rice, right? And it's mad sweet.
No, it's made with sugar cane.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you could like it.
I tried it.
Yeah, you just need
I was not a fan. I was not a fan of it.
No, you need to drink it like you would a whiskey. Knows
So
it.
respect it.
Knows it. Everything.
Oh, Jamarcus put his cup there.
Yeah.
Here, you want some?
Just a little tiny. Just want to see what's going on. And I'll let me a cigar here shortly.
To me, I get a lot of the vanilla note that I get on the light
This
whiskey.
is perfect. Thank you.
On rum.
I love this
You know
stuff.
that super vanilla, almost like magic marker kind of a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scratch and sniff.
What the shit?
Stickers, you remember that?
I remember
Hey,
that.
remember that? Like,
And
you
the
got
markers,
chicken, let
too.
me scratch and sniff.
It's funny because that probably doesn't sound good, but it actually is good.
And I don't mean scratch your butt and sniff.
Don't do what Maestro just did.
Fart and
He's like this.
sniff.
Oh damn! I shit on myself.
My holy class now. Oh.
It's always funny when a dog looks back at their farts. Like, hey, nobody heard that?
Boy, Duggar boy, that boy is ruthless on the gas. Clear a room, my boy.
Now, this particular rum pairs well with.
I like it with the cigars.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, right?
How do you not like this, my boy?
It's great.
It's so fucking good, dude. And it's like I said, it's super sweet up front, and then it like levels out to bourbon, like to me.
Oh, yeah.
To me, and it reminds me. That's why I like Balcones Rumble, because it's made with mission figs, wild honey, and turbinado sugar. No grains.
Yeah.
And it's similar to a rum, but they use white oak, so it gives it that kind. It's very similar, in my opinion, to this kind of offering. I just bought one actually from Randall Sullivan for it was like a 66 ABV.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think it's called Crazy Train. It was some would say whiskey pick.
Yeah.
A Rumble.
The thing I like about the rum sometimes is, especially for the proof, it doesn't dry my mouth out with a cigar as bad as sometimes a barrel strength whiskey that might have some rye in it. Like a high rye bourbon might.
Cottonmouth. Yeah.
Especially if you're already with a spicy cigar, I feel like the rum kind of keeps it a little bit sweeter.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I haven't drank enough rum to know that these guys, they're professional alcoholics.
Bro, if you chew it like you know how Tim does, where you do it
Yeah,
front and the
it's
back
chew,
through your
yeah.
teeth. I mean, chew on
I'm
it.
giving them a hard time, but it is good. I can taste it because most of the rums I've had, they were so sweet, and I actually liked that this was not sweet forward. So you go, damn.
Almost get a burnt sugar on that,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah. I need to join you. I think I'm on this fest too.
Dude, that shit is fucking stellar. Thanks for let's just try that.
Yeah, dude, Richard, man.
He got all the
Let me
goods.
ask you this, Richard. How many fucking bottles do you own?
I try not to count them. I don't know. It's
It's unimportant.
Yeah, and I still find new shit all the time, and I mean, stuff that I stashed different places, and I have different bottles at different places like.
Like what? You got like a locker or something?
No, I mean like so.
Bottle safes?
I'll probably have some bottles up in New Hampshire. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
So it just
Fuck New
yeah.
Hampshire. We're in Texas, man.
No, well, you
Your
can get some
folks got
stuff
a
up
place
there.
up
Yeah,
there.
they do, and sometimes you can get some stuff up there that I can't get down here. It's easier to find some Cavalon or
100%.
some nice single malts up there.
100%.
So
Different parts of the country, you get availability like you don't for certain things, and it goes like that for different stuff, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Even with same with beers and stuff like that.
Seriously, God, like in Phoenix, you can get crazy whiskey, dude. And so like it just
Hold
varies,
on, in Phoenix?
bro. Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
I'll
all
be
of
out there
Arizona.
the last weekend in April.
Bro, you didn't see like earlier this year, people were walking out of Sam's Clubs with like cases of Stag, like Weller, like they just
In
drop
Arizona?
it in Arizona. Yeah.
I appreciate the plug because I will beyond a reasonable doubt be there April, the last
Wow.
weekend in April. So if that's the case, I'll go.
You flying out?
Yeah,
All right, cool. I might go with you.
you can pull up.
When is it?
Last weekend in April, whatever that, the 25th, I believe.
Did you try this rum yet?
I
did, yeah, I did.
I'll
So
be
you
like
freed
it?
up. I might go with you.
Yeah, bro.
I got people out there.
If you do, look, that'd be prime time because I'm gonna look. Now that I'm knowing, y'all just keep putting me. I go to Arizona every 3 years. Now I have a buddy there, so now I have to go every so many quarters.
Oh, cool.
I had friends and family there, but like this is my guy, and
I like Phoenix. I got a buddy that lives in Gilbert.
Yep.
I like it out there.
I think he lives in
As long
Gilbert
as it's
too.
not summer, it's nice.
Hey, but I love the heat.
I mean, yeah, and
But that's some heat though.
yeah,
I love it, though.
it's
We're
wicked.
talking about like 116.
I love.
But
when
it's
I
a
say
dry
love
heat.
The heat.
It's
I
dry.
love
heat.
it.
It's not. At least it's
Fucking-
not humid. You know.
I need that heat, just like James Brown said.
You like
That's
the?
rum?
Isn't it good, dog?
That's a fucking rum?
You could recruit like bourbon drinkers with that rum.
Absolutely.
100%.
All the
100%.
Foursquare's offerings that they use ex
Y'all-
bourbon barrels.
Earlier in this episode, don't pay Trez facial expression no mind. Just so we're clear, because he took a shot of it.
It's fire, dog.
But seriously, I just took a sip. And that's why it's like, yo, this is a rum.
And as it opens up, it gets better.
It
Now I
really
can-
reminds me of some of the light
Now,
whiskeys we
on
have
the
at work.
back
That
end-
heavy vanilla note.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Silver Fox.
Yeah, exactly.
On the back end, for me personally, I can actually taste like the remnants of rum.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like up front.
But bourbon barrels influence it so much. That's why I get burnt sugar a lot on the finish. But I get that bourbon.
I get that too.
I don't know how to describe it.
No, I
You
get
said you get
it's
the bourbon?
so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, the bourbon's very
Yeah.
prominent.
On the
That's
back.
Why, oh, no, on the front.
Oh, to me it's opposite.
For me, it's on the front because that's how I was confused. I was like, yo, this is a rum?
But maybe
I'm like, yo,
I'm
this
twisted
like-
in it. I'm smoking a
The
cigar.
bourbon is so prominent up front, and then that, which one was on the back end? It's
Looky,
crazy.
looky.
Yeah.
Got some good.
But then
got
that's
some
good
food
right
over
there, man.
Oh yeah.
That shit's fired up.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And I can only imagine what it tastes like with the cigar.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I have
So, do you see the evolution from whiskey to rum
Yeah. Some.
in the industry, so to speak? Like as far
rum's
as
catching on, man.
fads, right?
Yeah.
Because it's tequila right now. It's heavy. I see people going to this.
Yeah, go to cigar bars. You're starting to see these out. You know, it's like bottle shares and things like that.
I would
But
order
people are
this if I was
getting-
at a cigar bar.
Oh yeah.
I'll go for sure.
Foursquare is a sleeper distillery. They make phenomenal product, additive free. They care about the process. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
And now I think we need to plan a trip to Barbados
I'd love. Yeah. Twist my arm, bro.
Yeah. Barbados.
It sounds
and go there. Have you ever had a fried shark sandwich from Barbados? Oh my God,
Bro,
bro!
who frying shark?
They do there,
I bet they do.
and it's fire. We will go to Barbados, my man.
I'm a pretty good word for it.
I mean, as long as you go, I'm going. You ain't gotta take my word
You know
for
what's
it.
crazy? Is that used to sound crazy.
You remember when we tried that
That used to sound crazy, but even look, 4 months after knowing Tim, I said something. You know, Tim's got he's stoic, right? So his face is very serious. So he goes, I said, dude, I was reading about Scotland. He says, oh, they got the most distillery. I said, dude, I think we got to go. He says, you want to go for real? I was like this. In my mind, I said, I think he's dead serious. And I got my passport so I can go.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was dead serious.
He was, and I was like, yo, I remember,
And mind you,
I remember you.
Me
I
too.
used to process it because like you said, I remember that.
Hey, and fuck that. When we're there, we're going to Ireland too.
Oh yeah.
because now I'm like this. When he said it, I was like, yo, I was just reading about whiskey.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Then he's like,
Yeah.
you know, I said, dude, I think we should. It's like 100 distilleries. He's like, you want to go? I was like, I think this motherfucker's serious. Black people don't think nobody's serious, to be clear. So if somebody says something, you be like this.
He's serious.
With that job
serious,
talk,
bro.
boy.
Hey, you ever seen Dirty Grandpa? Well, not Dirty Grandpa, but what's the one with Johnny Knox?
Bad grandpa?
Bad grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so remember, like, all the people, this kid, like, my grandpa thinks you're pretty. The one person who didn't believe him, the black woman was like this.
Shit.
Who told you that? Everybody else was like, oh, thank you so much, boom, boom, boom. The one black woman's like,
Suspect.
this nigga lying.
Don't believe it.
So what else do we have so we can close this one out, man?
All right, so we did the American whiskey made for the flavor profile of a cigar. We did a good rum pairing that is not a whiskey
Super
because
good.
it's sweet and vanilla caramel profile. Then some people like a smoky single malt to accompany their smoky cigar. This one is going to be a probably a mixed crowd on this one because this is a.
I'm gonna like it.
I love it too, man. But not everyone likes the peated eyeless.
Yeah, the peated is gonna give it a real smoky barbecue pit
Oh yeah.
flavor.
There's gonna be as much smoke in here as there is in here, kind of thing, you know. But it's like I love it.
He said, dang. Oh, shit.
Whiskey Rebel over here. Rebel,
Now, is that
boy.
a Scotch?
That's a Scotch.
Look at this Rebel drip.
I'm gonna take some. We got to get Jimmy in that light over there and get some photos of him today, 'cause
man.
that shit too tough not to take a picture
Bro,
of.
for real though. That's what I'm saying. I saw that. This vessel's crazy, y'all.
Now, Richard put us all on the Scotch thing, and I got to be honest with you guys. Scotch is very difficult for me to drink. Before I met whiskey people, for sure, but it definitely was impossible to drink before that. So now that I'm Scotty.
Sip slow.
I'm Scotty Scotch.
Scott Mascotti.
I'm gonna start calling you Scotty Trev. Nah, psych.
I got a homeboy named Scott Hunt. He be over here. He's a Scotty Mac Black is what I call him. He's a white dude though.
So this was their special release in 2022, and this one was
You didn't
from a
think I would like
combination
this.
of virgin oak casks and our smokiest reserves.
That's so good,
so
dude.
they were going for some. They were going for some smoke.
And it pairs so well with this stick, dude.
To Jimmy's point, I don't know that I would. For one, this is good.
Yeah.
To be clear. But I
You
don't
wouldn't
know-
drink it without a cigar, would you?
I don't know that if I didn't have the cigar, it would taste the same.
It
Oh
wouldn't.
yeah, that's true too.
It
So I
wouldn't.
don't know now. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I do know this is good.
With this, it's good, right?
It's fucking good.
Shit, man, maybe that's how you recruit people into peated Scotch. Is you got to
With a
get them with a
stick.
cigar at the same time, so they can't tell where the smoke is coming from.
That's where I was like introduced to Scotch. Where
This is fucking 114.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and look how light it is. It's beautiful color on it. A lot of Scotches are that color though, right? And this is because it doesn't get hot there, right? So
Exactly.
they don't get the color like we do here in the States, right?
Yeah, and a lot of them aren't stacking vertically, and then a lot of them are using ex-bourbon barrels too. So
And aren't they
yeah.
really close? Like Speyside. Tell me about this. What's Speyside?
It's one of the regions in Scotland.
Okay.
Man,
There's
I
got
was
your
literally gonna ask
Lowland,
that question.
Highland, Campbelltown,
Listen over
Islay.
here.
And so, depending upon where you are in Scotland, a lot of
So
people
some of them are
attribute
by the coastal, closer to the sea.
Yep.
And which one is this? Do you know?
This is Lagavulin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who?
Isla. Lagavulin.
Lagavulin.
Yeah. This is that brand you
I got a funny story.
Is this attainable?
I'm a lager.
this one is. I mean, it's you can still get one.
I mean, like,
but it was
can
a
I go
couple
to the
years
store and
ago.
get it? Like,
yeah, it's
okay.
just the release from like a couple years ago. So you have to
Hunt
get
this
lucky on
one
that.
down.
Yeah.
So not all releases are taste the same, obviously.
Yeah.
And this is one that's kind of coveted a little bit.
Yeah.
Isn't Lagavulin like just the, I guess I would call it, the entry level, like a flat white label, if I'm not
They
mistaken?
have a 16 that is kind of their standard offering. It's a
There you go.
43% ABV 16 that's great. And like a lot of people know him because of Nick Offerman, the guy from Parks and Recreation, Ron Swanson.
Yeah,
he
Ron-
drinks
Ron
Lagavulin,
Swanson.
and so that's
He does.
a lot
That's
of people
funny.
know him
I
for
forgot
that.
about
yeah.
that, man. That's-
Fucking shit.
But
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
every year they come out with and it's actually Diageo is a big company that owns a lot of these different single.
So they're the big conglomerate.
Distilleries, yeah, and they do a special release every year across their several different of their distilleries, and Lagavulin's almost always in it every year, and this is that from 2022.
Another banger, dude. Really like it. Never had it. Glad that I've got a chance to. Another thing I need to put in my cabinet, I think, just for occasions when I do have sticks, when I do have company.
Regular Eagle Rare pick.
Oh, and then that, and we
try that.
definitely, that's a barrel pick,
I
Eagle
ain't
Rare.
never, look, I don't think I ever had Eagle Rare.
Oh, really?
No, I was gonna say actually no. I think I
You
might
had it with
confuse
me.
the label with Lafroig actually.
Lafroy
I love
10 year.
Lafroy.
Yeah, the Lafroig 10. Yeah, the white label, the base. That's what I was
That's
thinking.
a good
about.
one.
Lafroy is one of my favorite distilleries.
That's what
ever.
I was thinking about.
And
I was like, no, I don't think all the Lagavulin
All
has
of
like
the
have that
distilleries.
little
Lafroig.
light tan hue.
Lafroig. It
has
comes
that
in the
base.
tube.
Yep. That
Talking
part.
shit. Well,
Yeah.
guys, listen. Richard clearly has perspective. I would tell you, you know what's funny? Is in everything that we do in life, they say get a mentor before you get into it, right? So even how I looked at working with the blendery, aka Tim, it's like, man, I need a mentor to do this. And Tim and I had crazy conversations. In that process of me finding a mentor, I was able to find 2 more. And in that, I'm like, hi guys, I think we could build something social media wise, because that's what I do. And here we are. But what an opportunity Richard provided for us to pair Scotch, rum, whiskey, bourbon
100%.
with fucking a cigar. Like, no matter, I feel like this is just good, dude.
Oh yeah.
No, it's fire. And the thing about it is like, so the Joseph Magnus is so different from the rum. It's so different from the Scotch. However, they're all so good and matching with the stick. So hats off to you for pulling that off. I mean, these are awesome. I would have not known what to do. I would have just grabbed my ones that are the most robust to me, that could stand up with a good stick. So, but now I got a better gauge on that.
And how did you choose these, man, knowing that they would go well? And mind you, I just asked Richard, I said, Richard, do you do, cigars? He's like, man, I've got this cigar. Oh, you couldn't make it one Monday because you were waiting on this fucking thing to be
I
delivered.
order them from Arizona.
And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
this dude's fucking crazy. But he's literally ordered this stick from Arizona.
Got a box of them.
Oh, nice, dude.
And he goes,
It got delayed.
He goes,
And
hey,
delayed.
keeps getting delayed, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure, man. I got to be here to sign because it's got to be over 18. So I said, no worries, man. We'll
That's
get
how
you.
that works.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'll bring you one. This is my favorite cigar. 19 is my favorite cigar ever. And I'm like, all
Super
right.
good, dude.
And I don't know, but how did you know to pick these to pair with a cigar?
So like what I was trying to do is think of all of the different things that people that I know like to drink when they have a cigar. And so like the whiskey that is tailored to be a profile that would accompany a cigar well, to the people that like a sweeter, rounder, richer rum that isn't going to, dry them out like a bourbon with more rye in it.
Sure.
To something that has as much smoke in it as their cigar that they're smoking already does. And then the last thing that I brought is like a regular Eagle Rare 10, and it's just a.
He said a regular.
It's
now.
not. It's a barrel pick.
Well, yeah, it's a barrel pick, but
Regular 10 year.
it's 46%, I think, 45%.
That's
so
50. It's 100 proof, isn't it? Or 90? No,
no,
it's 40.
yeah.
It's 45.
45. And so it's sweet. It's there's not a lot of rye in it. It's lower proof. So if the cigar is kind of drying you out already, the whiskey's not going to help. And it's just it's one that sips super easy. You can take a little bit bigger of a sip than you might of the other 3. And outside of these 4 lanes and a coffee, those are like the 5.
I do like a good
the
coffee.
5 things I like the most with the cigar.
One other thing I will add is a good Zinfandel, because it's very jammy
Shit,
up
I've never
front.
done that.
Yeah.
So it's very jammy,
Oh, yeah.
and it can hold up to a stick.
Yep.
So a Zen, bottle of Zen, dude. Try that out.
Red Zen.
Yeah, not a red Zinfandel, a Zinfandel. So there's a difference. Red Zen is cheap. Just you want to get a Zinfandel. It's going to be a dark red wine, not red Zen. Yep.
I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yep. So just ask for a good Zen. And I say they're jammy because they just got a lot of fruit forward note.
Yeah.
And but they got that good silky texture. So that's one I would do, or a Malbec.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
I need to try
Malbec will
that.
do well as well.
Jamarcus was studying to be a
Saumonier.
Sommelier.
Like, I was gonna say a sommelier.
Years ago, I was studying for it.
He already halfway there with his
never finished my level
He need
1,
a
so I was like,
tan.
yo, gonna get my level 1 this year.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. So back in them books and bottles.
I'll tell you this much. This thing, this Scotch, I know it's super smoky, but with the stick, it's not smoky.
Yeah.
And then you pull out a lot of these light fruits in it, in between the smoke. Like it's got great
So
character.
you didn't feel like more smoke was introduced to the equation when you had it?
Less smoke. I feel like it's not as smoky as if it were if I was drinking it alone.
Okay, gotcha.
Is what I mean. So this smoke mimics the smoke in the glass.
I was gonna go to the Eagle Rare, but I think I'm gonna join you and see what's going on.
Well, you know
I gotta
what?
try that Lagavulin next.
Yeah.
Listen,
man.
people. Well, shout out to Richard, the Whiskey Wizard.
Cheers.
Shout out to the Whiskey Rebel.
Salud.
Marcus for being behind the camera. I'm just Mr. Whiskey himself. This is what a Monday looks like for us. Fucking Monday.
4 or 5.
Right?
5 o'clock. And what they don't know, Richard's gonna be here for us. I know, Jim, you gotta get out of here. What you say, 5?
5:30.
Okay. Because that pork belly is about done, brother.
Don't worry, I'll pop back over here. I just gotta go help my Dukes with some stuff.
Hey, look, Jimmy the way he
I see
like
what you
this.
mean. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good,
Right?
right? We listening to you.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
Like I got pear.
Yeah.
Like I just get these other
But the
flavors.
smoke in there just piggybacks right on the back of the cigar. Like you could
100%.
convince someone that that's not necessarily, peated.
100%.
If they were
That's-
already smoking a cigar.
So you get my point then, because I'm like, I've tasted
Yeah.
Scotch, and Scotch is punching almost.
I'm gonna bring it tomorrow because you won't have a
He
cigar.
needs to try
tomorrow. You
some
can try it.
Balvenie. You got any Balvenie?
Oh yeah.
Bring him a Balvenie. I think he'll like Balvenie. Something that's not peated.
I'll bring you Balvenie.
And so you go, I like that, but it's not, I don't know if I like it because the cigar is basically coated the mouth, added to the smoke, but it just gave me the flavor
It
of the fucking
balances.
Scotch.
It balances.
And that's
it.
why I'm like, I'm not drinking Scotch. This is good flavor.
Are you going to the
Yes.
Blendery tomorrow?
Bro, it's Tuesday.
I'll bring it. So you try tomorrow without a cigar.
Give him a
Yeah,
little sample.
yeah, yeah.
Bring him a little sample.
That's true too. I could just leave you a sample. You could try it again.
Look at Jimmy's like this. He's like this.
You saw me.
Don't give him a whole bottle. You might want to confiscate it.
Well, listen, what a time it's been on a Monday, man. I'm gonna finish this. We'll probably shoot some clips after I cut this pork belly. Make some pork belly tacos for you guys real quick.
Yeah, and try this Eagle Rare barrel pick.
Oh, yeah.
Say less,
Listen,
man.
those barrel picks are always good.
Outside of that, people keep it whiskey, man.
Cheers.